So I scaled this e-commerce store to $50,000 in revenue in February. Full transparency, that's about 25% profit margins. And I've managed to do this by creating a profitable system that allows me to see consistent, scalable results in e-commerce businesses that I can rely on, my clients can rely on. And I've done all of this by using AI conversion hacking. And I'm going to show you exactly how to get this set up yourself in this video. You can see here, I'm not the only one who's done this. I've got other people using this product and it's working for them as well. This guy's got a 6.4% conversion rate, doing close to $2,000 per day in revenue on his store. This is another one of our guys using our product, $42,000 in revenue in the last 30 days. Again, probably 20-25% profit margins, averaging anywhere between a 3 to a 7% conversion rate on their store by using AI recommendations. So I'm going to go through exactly how you can set this up today. Now in this video, you're going to learn three things. One, how a beginner can build a $100,000 a year business with a simple plug and play system. I'm going to go through the exact principles that you need to learn as a beginner to make sure you're going to see success when you're starting with e-commerce in your business. I'm going to give you the exact secret Shopify hack and the secret setting that you can turn on in Shopify that millionaire dropshippers are gatekeeping from you. This is the simple system that I've been sharing with you. This is the conversion rate hack that's going to guarantee you make more sales from the traffic you're getting, and how we can understand what causes 90% of new businesses to fail, and more importantly, what we can do to avoid making the same mistakes, and we can actually be one of those 10% successful businesses. And as an added bonus, if you stick around until the end of the video, you can get access to this exact system that I used to scale this store to $50,000 in revenue, and this guy used to scale to $42,000 in revenue in 1 month, and this guy used to scale to $2,000 in revenue per day. You're going to get access to that if you stay until the end of the video. This is going to be about a 15-20 minute long video, so pay attention, stick around. There's a lot of useful stuff in here for you. So the first thing is, have you ever seen results like this? If you're a dropshipper or you're an e-commerce guy and you've just been starting, maybe you've run a couple of dropshipping stores, you've typically gone through a 3-month cycle. The first month is really difficult. You're starting off with no money, no traction. You're not really sure what to sell. You're testing out different products and you're posting videos on TikTok. Maybe you're running ads. Then finally in month 1 and 2, sort of the end of month 1, you start to see some success until you hit an all-time high in revenue. This is when elevation levels are very high. You're very excited. You're very happy. Suddenly you're seeing results and success in your business. But then as quickly as you've hit the top, suddenly things start plummeting and you don't really understand why it's happening. Well, in this video, I'm going to share with you exactly what's causing this problem and how we can very, very easily solve this problem. So you have to focus on increasing conversion rates. That's the first thing. This is a typical dropshipping store. You've probably seen this product before, and you probably built a Shopify store that looks like this before. This is a simple example that I set up, and this is sort of a lower to mid-tier level product page where you've taken very basic product images and all you've done is you've just written some fairly okay copy where what we're trying to do is focus on the problem that that product solves, irritate and agitate that problem, and hopefully convince that customer to purchase. But maybe what's actually happening is we don't know what product's going to work. So we're testing multiple products, and this is what we call a general store. This is something where we can basically just import products into, start to run ads and traffic to each individual product and see which one's working. But the problem with these sorts of stores is we don't understand why people aren't buying. It could be that this is a winning product, but the possibility is we haven't got a high converting landing page, or we're not understanding that customer. More often than not, what's causing these stores to fail is not because it's a general store. It's not because it's a niche store. It's because you aren't giving the customer enough information to make a purchasing decision. So how can we actually get around this problem? Well, we can create what's called high-performing advertorials, and these are essentially sales letters. Each person who makes a purchase from your store or from any store is making that decision based on information. They have questions that need answering before they purchase your product. Now, if you're doing things properly, you're selling a problem-solving product. You're not solving something that's just a want product. You're solving a need product, and that is something, for example, like acne scar treatment. People want to get rid of acne scar treatment. People need to get rid of acne scar treatment. It's causing them mental stress. It's causing a whole lot of problems in their life. And more often than not, you have a sub niche of that market that want to solve those problems naturally. They've tried multiple remedies that haven't worked, and now they're trying a natural solution. So what we're doing is we're creating content and we're creating advertorials, i.e. a landing page that is tailored specifically to our target customer. So what we're doing here is we've opened with an opening statement, the natural acne scar treatment. Can I get rid of acne scars naturally? We have targeted the specific customer, the specific pain point, and we're also promising that we're going to answer the question that's stopping them from purchasing. So the reason people don't purchase natural treatments is because they're not sure if it's going to work. So we're promising if they read this advertorial, they're going to know by the end of it whether they work or not. Then what we do is we reaffirm that with an opening statement, and then we start to sort of relate to that customer. Each customer that comes through wants to feel heard. They want people to solve their problem. They're coming there because they need an answer to their problem. So we've said here, acne scars can be a major irritation to those who suffer from them for several reasons. Then we're promising that we're going to go through several reasons. We're promising that we're also going to answer this because we've said, however, the science behind these remedies is unclear. So there's a big fat question mark here. Is this going to be answered? That's supposed to be a question mark. Is this going to be answered if I read this entire post? So this whole opening statement here is designed to set the scene. It's designed to relate to that customer. Imagine that the customer is reading a journal from somebody who's been through exactly the same thing as them, is coming from, and this is important, an unbiased position to show them the actual answer to their problem. And then we go on and we give them some examples of things that we've tried that have worked. And this is essentially, you can do this in two ways. You can either tell a story where you are saying, for example, I was in this position, I tried all of these things, we're the same sort of person, we've been through the same things before, nothing was working for me until I tried this, I was skeptical of it, then I tried it, it started to work, here's the product. That's the story. Alternatively, you can go down this route where you can essentially list out all of the things that that person could have tried. And the reason this works is because most likely somebody who's researching natural acne scar removal stuff has tried lemon juice, they've tried this, they've tried all of these things, and maybe they don't work, or they've thought about trying these things and they want to see if these things work. And then what we do is, once we've, and this is like typically a lot longer than just this much, you have a lot more text in here, and I can make a video that goes into more depth if you want, but typically what happens by the end of this is we want them to go through a decision-making process. We want to list out the easiest way to do this, right? Let me just side note here, is you want to list out a whole load of questions that people will have before they purchase your product. And these questions need to be answered. So for example, these are 3 questions that somebody could have before they purchase a natural solution. Does it work? Which one's best and how long does it take? Let's say these are the only 3 questions that somebody would have. You're typically going to see more like 5 to 15 questions. But if we can answer every single question, the theory is by the end of this, if every single one of these questions has been answered, and the product that we sell does every single one of these things and answers all of these problems, then there should be nothing left for them, or no reason left for them not to purchase. So that's the idea of an advertorial. And then at the bottom, we have our offer. Find out more about our acne scar treatments. If you need help treating acne scars, you may benefit from seeking professional assistance. Now, this is for an in-person product, but this would be where you would then sell your specific product. You would show us, you would say, look, these are all the things that I've tried, but here we go. This is my product, and actually, here's a whole load of reviews and testimonials, and this actually works for me. Check out our treatments, and you have your call to action. This is known as a CTA. This is a call to action. That's supposed to be an A, to actually go ahead and then buy the product. Now, you can see the difference between this and this. There's much more reason for somebody to want to purchase. Here, to make a decision to purchase for 35 quid, they've got to look at the images and they've got to work out exactly how this product works. And don't forget, right, most people have a much lower intelligence level or attention span to make those decisions. They basically want that decision to be made for them. So they've got to go through here and they've got to work out, okay, how does this product work? What is it? Okay, I've got to dissect each one of these images and look at all of this. Not to mention that the product description is usually just a list of features and nothing particularly important. So this is a significant improvement, but we face a problem. This is very time-consuming and complex. And what if you have a niche store or a general store? If you've got a problem like a store like this, where you've got all of these different products, how on earth are you supposed to write an advertorial for every single one of them? You don't have the time. It's not particularly easy to do. And also, you've then got to run ads to every single product and see which one works. So what if I told you there was a much simpler way of doing this? Because realistically, the only reason an advertorial works is because you're answering the questions that people have. And if those questions can be answered, then they should purchase. Do we all agree on that? If you do, let me know in the comments. Just say yes down below in the comments. But we've got an easy way of doing this. And this is what we're calling, well, actually, first of all, The reason the advertorials work is because they personalize the sale to each customer. So I've touched on this, but each customer goes through a decision-making process where they consider purchasing that product. And in that consideration period, this is where they have those questions. This is where those questions need answering. And if those questions aren't answered, they'll either go away somewhere and do research to get those questions answered, or they will go to a competitor who actually answers those questions for them and helps them make that decision. And you want to get them from awareness to decision as quickly as possible, because if you can get them to that decision-making process much quicker, you're going to make sure that you make more customers. You're going to make more money from each customer. So essentially what we're doing here is we're dealing with confused customers. We're helping them get answers to their questions. Another example would be, when will my order arrive? Maybe they're buying a product because they want it for a gift for a friend. And if it's not going to arrive in time, they're not going to make that purchase. And if you can't make that obvious on your product page or in your description or in your advertorial, they're not going to purchase your product. So this is where personalized AI shopping comes in. This is like the ultimate conversion rate hack. And I cannot believe not people aren't using this enough in their businesses. So essentially what we do here is we take our products, every single product that we've written, and each product page that we've got. First thing you need to do actually is make sure you've got good product pages, right? Make sure you've written enough information about the products that explain the problems and things that it solves. What we're going to do is we're going to take the information about each one of our products and we're going to plug that into an AI. But this is going to do two things. It's going to give the AI what we're calling context, and that context is basically all the product description information about how that product can solve a problem. But also we're using the LLM from the AI, which has knowledge just about the general world and products already. So we take here, for example, this soap store. It understands about skincare and soaps and rose bath bars and all these sorts of things. So we're taking the combined knowledge of an LLM and the context of our products to essentially create a sales bot that can sell our products to people through personalized AI shopping. So for example, here's an example that I built where I said here, recommend me a product for dry skin. And it's gone ahead and it's recommended a specific product. But it's gone ahead more than that. And it started to give a bit more information on why it solves dry skin, why it's good for your hair, whatever the product is that it's selling. The oil is suitable for all skin types and it can be gently massaged into the skin morning and night for best results. And then it will then link this. Here we've got a hyperlink to the specific product. So now what we're starting to do is we have people who are coming through with questions about a product and we're starting to answer their questions. But instead of writing an entire advertorial, what we're doing is we're using a language model combined with the information on our product page to essentially create a chatbot that has, I'm not going to bother writing that out, a chatbot that has access to all the information but can also answer people's questions without having to write an advertorial. But what happens now? Somebody is going to have more questions about the product. They're going to say, okay, well, how much do I have to use? Here we go, 2 to 5 mil per application. Leave it in for 20 minutes. Okay, I need to get this before my friend's birthday in 1 week's time. Will it arrive in time? Your order will be sent by a UK standard delivery, which typically takes 3 to 5 working days. So yes, tick. So now they've actually got answers to 2 questions. Those 2 questions could lead to a purchase, but now actually maybe they've got another one. Is there a way to gift wrap it? Well, it said, well, if you buy the gift wrapped soap, or if you buy the bundle, you can get it gift wrapped. Okay, but what if I want to buy the facial oil? Does that come gift wrapped? In this case, it doesn't say, it says it's not specifically mentioned. It doesn't come gift wrapped. So, okay, maybe that's not enough for them to buy, but there is an option if you put in a specific request that you can get it gift wrapped. Awesome. I'd like to buy the facial oil. So now the AI has given us the link to the product where that customer can then go ahead and purchase. And that is how you start to make more sales from people coming onto your website. Because what's happening here is this customer here is going through that buying, making decision process, but you're keeping them on your website. They're doing all of that buying, making decision process while they're sitting on your website. So this time here, when they're considering to buy the product, is actually dramatically reduced because they are getting answers to their questions. Why do you think when you go into a store, like a beauty store, for example, they have a representative or a salesperson who comes up to you and asks if you need any help? When you go and buy a car, you have a salesperson because that salesperson is designed to reduce that consideration period. At the end of the day, they want to make sure that you make a decision there and then. They want you to purchase a product from them, and they want you to purchase a product while you're there in store. They don't want you to decide to buy a product once you've left, because you may go to a competitor, you may forget about it, you may do it at a different time. You've got stuff going on in your life that may mean you're not going to purchase that product. So the quicker you can make that consideration period, the quicker you are going to actually make sales on your store. So how do you actually set this up? Because it's actually very, very easy to do. All we need to do is we need an AI, and we'll use ChatGPT for this. Then we need to give the AI context about our website. And the context basically comes from every single product page on our website. So we've got, let's say, 100 words per product page. You should probably have closer to 500 words per product page. Each one of those words about each specific product goes into a language model, and then that language model is turned into a chatbot. So we have 3 steps. First step is data, second step is building, and third step is embedding it into your website. Well, this is where our software comes into play, and this is exactly the tool that this guy was talking about here, where he made $42,000 in 1 month, and the tool that he used was ChatIQ, and I will show you exactly how to get set up now, because not only will it do product recommendations, but it will also automate your customer service for you. So here we go. I want to make sure that you understand that this is not just me yabbering on about this. Don't just take my word for it. We have thousands of customers using our product. We've got 12,000 users using our product. Just pause this and read some of these testimonials. Some of the results people are getting is actually insane. This guy's getting a 4% conversion rate on his niche store at 25% profit margins because of ChatIQ's product recommendations. So if you click the top link down below in the description, it will take you to our website where you can go ahead and read a bit more information about our product. But basically the gist is, firstly, connect it to your store, train your AI sales agent on your website. Secondly, embed it on your site. Thirdly, make money, scale your ads. This is what the store looks like. There's a whole lot of testimonials on here. And this is what the product looks like. So you can see here we've created a simple chatbot, and this is the chatbot portal where you can actually talk to the chatbot and get information and just test it and train it and make sure it's able to use the information and data that you've given it. If we look here, this is the data that it's using. So it's using every single product from our website. It's using all of the information, and also it's got additional information that we've given it. For example, refund policies, FAQs, shipping policies, etc. You can see here it's given us a whole load of information. They have 30 days to receive their order, blah, 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 blah. If they want to track their order, we can gather email addresses from people, and we can do all of this by uploading data to the data feed. So we can actually scrape an entire website. So the first thing you need to do when you sign up is get started for a free trial. It's a 7-day free trial. You need to put in your card details. It's not going to charge your card. Don't worry about that. Once you've started your free trial, you'll have a page that looks like this. This is the general dashboard page. The first thing you need to do is create your data or upload data to the data feed. So click on this button here, and then you're going to scrape your website. So in this example, I've scraped ChatIQ's website. It's only got 9 URLs, but if you've got a Shopify store, it will scrape all of your product pages as well. Then you're going to create a chatbot from that data, and then you're basically greeted with this page here, which is this one here. No, it's not. It's this one here. Then all we do is we come to the launch section. We copy this code here. We then come to our Shopify store, and we click on the online store section. Then we want to come down to here, click on these 3 buttons, then the edit code, find the theme.liquid, and you can see here I've already pasted it in, but we then paste in the code that I just copied from the dashboard. Once we do that, we can then preview our store, and when we come onto the store, we can then see that this chatbot is now embedded into our website, and it can then answer customers' questions on our website. Whatever page we're on the website, it will be able to answer customers' questions. Just hide that. You'll be able to see it down here in the corner, and it can recommend specific products for that customer by reading all of the products on your website. Guys, the link is down below in the description. After 7-day trial, it will cost $30 a month. You have obviously got 7 days to try it for free. If you've got any questions, let me know down below in the comments.